Now, if I am not articulate tonight, I just want to say I have written a lengthy essay about this for the LA Times, and it's going to be in the book section this Sunday. So if I am dumb, read that, and I'll sound smart, and that's good. And I'm not going to get into a lengthy description of this, but the house that I think William's character is compelled to stay close to this house. This is my brother, okay? This is not the guy who was the drunk. This is John. When I started to read this, looking for the genetic clues, early in the book, and I want to say page 12, in the next 5-6 pages, there's this meticulous description of the house's floor plan. And it's like, Jesus Christ, rhomboid-shaped rooms. You know, I know what that is, John, okay? You're using these terms, you're trying to tell me something, a line north to south and all of this. So what do I do? And I swear to God, it's like John's leaning over my shoulder saying, you know it took you long enough, Erin. I take out a piece of paper and I sketch the floor plan because clearly this is significant because this is a man, I always say, when you write, assume every word costs $5 and you'll be very careful about how you expend those words. So John, even though we didn't discuss this, he's very careful with how he expends his words. He's giving me the floor plan for a reason. So I sketch it out. And I think, I'm just going to take a shot. I'll take a stab. I go online. Just one little aside here. You know, you want to talk about a gift? I'm a writer. I write all the time. And I'm thinking, I'm here with Google in my underwear in my spare bedroom at 3 in the morning. John was having to do research the old-fashioned way that I feel a lot of people here are too young to even remember. John was in a library. He was trying to figure out this. He had all this genome stuff and all these connections. He had to do it the old-fashioned way. And 15 years later, I'm his sister, and now I know I'm a little bit better. And that's what they call a gift when the skies are black. That's why I love this book. Anyhow, so I go and I Google, I think I'll start with chromosome. All right, nothing looks like my sketch. But in the left-hand corner, hello, I'm getting dry too. Google says, related search mitosis. Okay, I'll try that. I click the link, and the 7th hit looks one hell of a lot like my stupid pencil drawing. Well, what is it? It's the stages of mitosis, and I don't want this to be a science lesson. The floor plan of the house represented, at least in my humble opinion, and I'm pretty sure of this, the actual moment of procreation, when a cell splits, when what they say a parent cell splits into a daughter cell.
Wow.
Well, and it sounded kind of crazy to me until the very last portion of the book. Narrator William searches the house very, very methodically, in what all of this scientific text was telling me is exactly the stages of mitosis and cell division and procreation. John O'Brien was really brilliant. And I'm his sister, I'm allowed to say that, but he's a man who wrote metaphor. And if you read the book, or the short story, The Tick, the reviewers came out, another nihilistic view of Las Vegas. Oh, you dumb shit. It's John on, this, John on addiction. John on addiction. The beautiful woman represents the booze, which never changes. And in this book, I could see the reviews coming a mile away. Oh, too bad author John O'Brien didn't live long enough to finish this. He was done with it. This is what he was doing what he wanted it to do. And I feel, am I putting words in a dead guy's mouth? Only because John gave me authorization. And I really believe that, because I get asked all the time, what do you think John would this? And do you think that? I don't know, I lived with him the first half of his life. And then he moved out here, and it was more sporadic. I just do the best I can, looking at the evidence he left behind. Code Orange News Alert. Leaving Las Vegas was not an autobiographical novel. That was the fantasy. You drink as much as you can with this really beautiful woman until the lights go out. That was the fantasy. This book he's talking about what it's like to have a profound addiction. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong, or that I can't pass judgment, but I can read the book and know that he spent enough time to write a whole novel dedicated to discussing, in a metaphoric way, his own genetic wiring and what one rung, two rungs in a million rungs of the double helix of the DNA molecule that made him the kind of alcoholic that we describe as days of wine and roses, DTs, profound, versus a heavy drinker. I guess that's all I have to say about it. Thank you all for coming. I'm happy to answer any questions anyone has. And Jerry, thank you. Thank you, Book Soup. Joseph, where is Joseph?
Right here.
Joseph, thank you. And thank you all for listening to me.
Thank you.